Good morning, everyone, and today we'll discuss the topic regarding the NAMFREL, the National Citizens Movement for Free Elections, allegation linking that NAMFREL, a nonpartisan election monitoring organization, to One Sambayan, a political coalition. The controversy arose from a report in the Manila Bulletin, which suggested that a connection based on shared technical resources. NAMFREL response not only clarified the technical misunderstanding, but also highlighted their commitment to impartiality in promoting fair elections. Through this analysis, we will examine the key issues, legal implications under RA 10175, and the broader lessons that this case provides. So this discussion aims to provide a professional and academic understanding of the situation while reflecting on its implications. So first, what is the article all about? Well, the article addresses that NAMFREL's response to allegations linking them to One Sambayan, a political coalition. These allegations, published in the Manila Bulletin, were based on technical overlaps, such as shared server host names and URL redirections. NAMFREL clarified that these overlaps were purely coincidental, as both organizations used the same independent third-party application development company for their projects. They emphasized that these technical coincidences do not only imply any organizational connection or collaboration. NAMFREL reiterated that its commitment to being nonpartisan and focused on promoting fair and transparent elections. The article serves as a dispelling of information and to reaffirm NAMFREL's credibility as an impartial election watchdog. So, what are the issues from the article? The central issues revolve around the claim that NAMFREL is affiliated with Sambayan, which challenges NAMFREL's neutrality as an election monitoring body. This claim arose due to a misunderstanding of a shared server usage and technical overlaps. And another issue also is that the lack of proper verification by the Manila Bulletin before publishing the allegations, which potentially caused public confusion. Furthermore, this incident highlights the risk of misinterpreting technical details without context. This controversy also raises concerns about the need for transparency from the third-party service providers managing sensitive projects. So overall, the situation underscores the importance of accuracy in reporting and the implications of misinformation on public trust. Now, answering the question of who are the actors involved in the case. Well, the primary actors in this case include NAMFREL, the National Citizens Movement for Free Elections, the Election Monitoring Organization accused of political bias, and One Sambayan, the political coalition allegedly connected to NAMFREL. The Manila Bulletin is also a significant actor in this article, as they are the one that published the article that sparked the controversy. Another actor is the independent party application development company responsible for managing the servers that led to the technical overlap. So indirectly, the general public is also involved, as the perception of NAMFREL's neutrality may have been influenced by these allegations. Collectively, these actors highlighted the interconnected roles of media, technology, and public perception in addressing the issue. So, what violations did the actors commit in relation to RA 10175 and why? So, under RA 10175, the Manila Bulletin could be held accountable for potential cyber libel if their published claims about NAMFREL were inaccurate and caused reputational harm. The publication of unverified technical information as evidence risks violating provisions against online defamation, while NAMFREL and the third-party application developer do not appear to have directly violated the law. The reliance on shared servers without clear documentation do raise questions about compliance with data privacy regulations. So the dissemination of incomplete or misleading information also contravenes the spirit of RA 10175, which seeks to prevent the spread of false or damaging online content. So this case demonstrates the legal and ethical responsibilities of all actors to uphold transparency and accuracy in the digital space. So lastly, what are some of my takeaways from this assignment? Well, this assignment highlights the importance of accurate reporting and the critical need for organizations to clarify technical complexities to prevent misunderstandings. It underscores how misinformation, even when unintentional, can damage reputations and erode public trust. So this case serves as a reminder for the legal frameworks under RA 10175, particularly concerning cyber libel and online accountability. It also emphasizes the necessity for organizations to establish clear protocols when working with third-party service providers so that they can ensure transparency and minimize risk. And additionally, this incident reflects the responsibility of the media to always please verify claims before publications, especially when reputations are at stake. So overall, it reinforces the importance of ethical practices and the need for vigilance in handling sensitive information in this digital age so that no one can be destroyed with the use of misinformation. So in conclusion, this case between Amprel, Wansambayan, and the Manila Bulletin highlights the intricate relationship between technology, media, and public perception. It shows us how technical misinterpretations can escalate into reputational challenges if not addressed effectively. And the insights gained emphasize the critical need for accuracy, accountability, and transparency, not only in the digital communication, obviously, but also in safeguarding organizational integrity. And by reflecting on this case, we are reminded of the importance of upholding ethical and legal standards in all professional practices. Such lessons will remain invaluable as we navigate increasingly complex digital shapes.